Natasha, what is the latest on this bombing?
Yeah, Danica, the police are really working from the outside of the perimeter of this scene to the inside. And that's why where I'm standing right now is a spot that was just opened up this afternoon. This is the iconic Broadway in Nashville, where there are a lot of live music venues, very popular. Typically, in non-pandemic times, you would have a lot of people out here during the holidays, but it was particularly quiet, especially on Christmas morning in the early morning hours when investigators believe that this suspect, Anthony Quinn Warner, drove his recreational vehicle on 2nd Avenue, several blocks in that direction, and parked it there. And at first, these people who lived nearby heard the sound of gunshots. That's what first got the police to the scene, after which police heard this very eerie recorded message coming from that vehicle telling people that there would be an explosion in 15 minutes. And it also at times played the song Downtown by Petula Clark, according to police. And so they worked very quickly. Those heroic 6 officers pounded on people's doors to evacuate the area. And the damage created by the blast, that damaged at least 40 businesses. The investigators worked very quickly. They found pieces of the vehicle on scene to process and try to find the vehicle identification number, linking that back to an owner. They also got a tip about that RV that led them to this name, to this person. And they also found human tissue, human remains on the scene that they sent over to have the FBI process very quickly, and they were able to identify Anthony Quinn Warner that way. He is 63 years old. He did not have any run-ins, particularly with law enforcement, in the sense that they didn't have him on their radar prior to this incident. So now they are really looking for a motive. They are looking into his history, talking to people who may have known him. We were at a home in a part of Nashville about 10 miles southeast of here on Saturday, watching for hours as agents went in and out of his home, gathering evidence, putting it in bags. And we talked to neighbors who had seen the same type of vehicle parked there before, didn't really know him, but definitely a very extensive investigation that moved very fast, Danica.
Yeah, and just in terms of this suspect, Anthony Quinn Warner, what more do we know at this stage about him and his life?
Right. We're all piecing that together right now. Investigators are very tight-lipped about all of this. But what I did ask the state Tennessee Bureau of Investigation today, I asked them, talk to us about how his mother is playing a role in this investigation, because we're hearing that she may have helped out in some way. The investigators told me that she is being cooperative with authorities and that they are speaking to other family and friends. Another interesting note is that the home they were at on Saturday, that is a house that he owned up until November 25th, at which point he signed a quitclaim deed giving the ownership of the house to a woman. So a lot of pieces here that investigators will be putting together.
And how has the local community responded to this? You said that there were multiple businesses, multiple buildings damaged, but how are they coping with what has occurred here?
One business owner, Danica, told me that this is like a nightmare he thinks he'll wake up from, but the waking up is just not happening. You can imagine, just like businesses around the world in 2020, especially also in Australia, there are people who have been affected deeply by COVID-19. These businesses definitely have experienced that, spent some time shut down earlier this year, had trouble getting federal loans to help them out. One tattoo parlor owner said he felt like he was finally seeing some light at the end of the tunnel, and then this happens. It all goes away in 2 seconds. And also, we should recognize that stretch of downtown Nashville is a historic area. One building has completely collapsed. At least 40 businesses are destroyed. Rebuilding that area is going to take quite some work, and it's going to be quite a challenge because of the historic nature of that place.
Natasha Chen, we appreciate you bringing us up to date this morning. Thank you for joining me.